All right, welcome everybody to another edition of the World Doom League Summer 2020 Week 1 broadcast, brought to you by Xenaero with my co-host Killing Blair. Welcome, Blair, to the broadcast once again.
It's great to be back.
This week has been an up and down one for many teams. Some predictions have been turned on their head so far, and we're going to showcase the map a little bit for those of you who haven't seen it quite yet. It's a very close quarters slugfest style map to open up the new season. This matchup tonight we have between Rip and Tear, captained by Italian Stallion, also known as Stal, and the Boomstick Warriors, captained by Devastation. What can you tell us about these teams at first glance, Blair?
So, at first glance, you look at the rest in chain or whatever the name of RIP is, and they don't seem like a powerhouse. But when you play them, in the practice, man, they're really really good. The wild card here for that team is going to be AVC. If he could show up and play as consistently as he did in his championship season, they might go on another championship run.
That's right, AVC. For those of you who don't know the history of that player, he was a nigh unstoppable runner a couple of seasons ago, leading the Techno Vikings to an undefeated regular season and a crazy playoff run where that team only lost one round total in the entire season, if I recall correctly. And he made it to the finals the next season and lost, although in doing so, he had scored a large number of times. I believe he had 7 total captures and pickup captures with over 50 touches across all the rounds, and that's pretty strong in a championship game.
That's pretty insane.
In addition to that, Rip and Tear also features a natural synergy between Stallion and Chain Dude, who are both returning players from the old IDL era. Stallion, in particular, is making his debut as a WDL captain, but he used to be a captain in the International Doom League, the precursor league to the World Doom League. And he finished third in his first captain season in winter 2011. He didn't captain again until summer 2012, and he won that run. So he is a championship captain level. He's a back-to-back champion, both as a player and a captain. He's a strong frag player, typically seen in mid or on defense. Chain Dude in particular, who was in the same clan as Stallion, has worked with him a lot in the old clan history of Doom. He is a returning captain himself. So there's a lot of synergy in these two strong players, and that forms a very strong basis for this team as it is. Chain Dude is a pretty strong runner, and he is known to be flexible, can drop back a lot. Shane is a returning Ideal era player. He made his debut in summer 2012 with Stallion, although he was on the bench for the majority of that season. He and Stallion have history, so this team has a lot of natural synergy going back a ways. On the other side, we have the Boomstick Warriors, where Devastation is a returning player and captain. This is his third time captaining in the World Doom League. The last couple times, unfortunately, he failed to make the playoffs as a captain, although he has a great history as a legendary dueler and an excellent Quake player, capable of timing items and movement, only one of which is going to be helpful in this week's map, which does not feature any items 2-time. J Warrior is a returning player and 2-time champion, having played in every WDL season so far. He's made it to the semifinals twice under another captain, Ralphus. In the previous 2 seasons, he's a strong fragger. He's known to play a whole bunch of different roles. Azriel is a kind of an unknown player from Xandronum. I'm not aware of a whole lot of league history with him. I believe this is his first legitimate debut in IDL or WDL, period. Godlike is a returning player. Played in both of the 2017 seasons, but never with this group of players. He's known as a support player, and Is there anything else you would like to add to this roster before we continue?
Yeah, you look at the roster. So many old school players just pop out at you, But there's some new blood on the Boomstick Warriors. So Astriel definitely is going to be the wild card here, and he's really going to dictate the Boomstick Warriors' performance. In my
Yeah, we really don't know how Azrael is going to play going into this game, but I have seen Azrael in the multiplayer Doom Federation tournaments, and is not a bad player. Um, so for the knowledge that Devastation and J Warrior bring to the table, if they choose to field Azrael in this game, we may see a lot of switching of positions that we view as traditional between all these players, because we don't know how their dynamic is going to be. All 4 players from both sides are active in our Discord and are actively practicing in the final minutes leading up to the game, which will kick off at 9 p.m. PST, or 9 p.m. EST. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. You're on the time zone.
The time zones between all the players is crazy. But I'm loading up the Explorer now, and we're going to be jumping into map 4, and we're going to be showing off a little bit more that the screenshots don't entirely provide. But that was a brief rundown of all the different players. Blair, do you have any predictions as to how the game might go on a map like this?
You know what? My prediction? I believe it's going to be 1-0-1. I believe it's going to be a war of attrition. And I don't think that the Boomstick Warriors are going to let them.
All right. Might be. You're calling it a straight up tie?
Yes, I am calling it a straight up tie.
Ooh. All right. Well, we'll do a quick rundown of the map before the game actually begins. We have our flag rims with a lower entrance out to mid and an upper entrance out to mid. In addition to that, there is a kind of a wild card route that runs underneath the map. The sewers, where this body is, where all these items are places where the flag can drop through. It is a common tactic with many runners to try to die on top of this fake floor and drop the flag below, where they can coordinate a pickup. Turns into kind of a race between teams, which can pull defenders out of their base. And we've seen a couple runs happen where everyone scrambles down below, and then a runner makes a good touch on an enemy flag and brings it home. So there's all kinds of things that can happen on this map. We have seen a lot of stalemates, a lot of mutual returns, and some long drawn-out games so far on a map like this, as players have gotten better over the years.
It'll be interesting. The clock's about to strike 9 very shortly.
And players are starting to file in. I just saw J Warrior connect. Rip and Tear is practicing right now against ACC, Ion, and Stark. They seem to be holding pretty well right now against that motley crew of players. Who knows? This little view we have right here of mid has kind of been iconic as we've started broadcasting. A lot of players have liked that little view down, encapsulating that crossway, showing that runners not only cross between their main entrances of the bases on the pillars, but also taking that long route through the hallway that we saw a little bit ago. So this map is not as simple as the layout tends to make it appear. There are a lot of pickups at mid, a lot of alternate flag routes, and a lot of fights in the flag room.
Yep. Simple to learn, hard to master is the name of the game for this. That's why it has such longevity over the years.
And we have somebody new in the chat, or Jornon, I believe. This brings me back some memories, different source port here, I think, but I remember playing the CTF map among quite a few, many times back in the day when I was playing Doom via Z-Damon. That's right, this map and a few others are maps that we have taken and made our own compilation pack for League play. So this map has stood the test of time over, I actually don't. How long have we been playing this map, Blair? It's been a long time.
2006. Well, this map specifically, I think, has been around since, I'm not sure, 2002, 2000.
Nearly, definitely 15 years and more. Yeah, I absolutely remember playing this map in public games on Z-Daemon in the early 2000s. It was... We have a couple others from the Z-Daemon CTF map pack in this, and quite a few more from recent years too. So we will see those as the season moves on. This map is one of the few traditional slugfest maps that we will see this season. There are 5 weeks in the regular season, and the regulation play is 10 minutes or 5 flags, whichever happens first. So far, we've seen the time limit expire far more than we've seen the flag limit get hit. And there is kind of an odd precedent so far. All the games this week have had the blue team win.
Spooky.
Very, very bizarre. So if we believe in the supernatural, then you will probably favor the Boomstick Warriors, who will be starting on blue, the favorite to win this game.
It's got the advantage.
You
can't beat fate.
Oh, you could try. Doom Guy did it.
Doom Guy had some help.
Well, we can debate that at a later time. But we're a few minutes past game time. We're looking for... I saw J-Warrior in here a moment ago. I know all the teams are online, so we're just waiting. We're filling the dead air here. My prediction, I realized I didn't give my prediction. I think...
What is your prediction?
My prediction, I'm honestly giving Rip and Tear, due to their past synergy and the strength of their players. Even though there's been a gap in Doom CTF competition for a while, I'm going to have to go with Rip and Tear in 3 rounds.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent on that team.
And we have somebody who said it could be just a weird coincidence or it could be bad luck. When I was playing CTF on Z-Daemon, I had the unfortunate luck of being on a losing team most of the time. Well, for a while, public CTF on Z-Daemon had the misfortune of being brigaded a lot. It looks like we're switching servers. So what I mean by that is public CTF used to be the stomping grounds of all the clans coming in and fighting each other.
Yeah, we were usually the ones doing the brigading. Sorry about that, boys.
Yeah. Yeah, Team Unidoom used to be in there before we had some rival talent rise up and try to stop us. Looks like we're switching servers. Boomstick Warriors are on blue, and Rip and Tear is filing in on their red team. Now I'm sure we'll see a call vote restart here shortly. And we'll be underway in no time. It's cool to see, actually, somebody from the chat, or Jornon, if I'm saying that right, I'm sorry. Still, like an older player who I don't remember, but it's cool seeing those people file in over time as we do these broadcasts. We're having a little bit of fun doing this. And you'll hear a billion chat noises as we continue through. I'm kind of on the 50-50 on disabling messages, because it can get kind of crazy. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And no, Antipax, I am not playing. I am casting. We're going to be watching some players play, and we will be watching them start off shortly. Call vote restart has been initiated, and we'll be starting off here shortly on this last game of week 1. The last you'll see of map 4. We're going to be starting off watching Devastation from the Boomstick Warriors. The captain returning, looking to make a strong start in his season. Shane trying to get out of the base, can't find it. J-Warrior making a run. No, he's actually coming back to his base. He's not even running. Asriel on offense. Can't get out past the pillar.
That was a good run, though.
Yeah, good touch from Asriel. We'll watch our unknown talent here as he's on offense. We'll switch back over to Shane, who's on offense for Rip and Tear. Can't seem to make anything happen. So it appears the weaker fraggers out of the whole roster are the ones who are going to be running, and that can work to people's advantage. As the more you kill defenders on your way in, the more they spawn on top of you. Chain with a touch, can't get out. Asriel, away, out of mid, uncontested, makes the first score. First blood in under a minute for the Boomstick Warriors. J-War out mid, 5 health, dropping the flag underneath. Can they get it back? That's a good drop too, right at the... Oh, but he's ambushed by Stallion behind him.
He needed to make that 100-hit frag too, and he did.
Stallion on defense, kind of predictable. He's doing a pretty good job, other than bleeding that one flag out. These shots are landing pretty clean. But we did not see AVC on the starting lineup, and that kind of surprises me. Shane with another touch, 15 health. He's being chased. Can he get across? Nope. But there's a pickup, but he's been quickly returned right after that. Shane with another pickup. Let's see if he can get out. Tries to go the crossway, can't make it. Another touch, says, no, I'm going to grab your flag. I'm going to leave eventually. It might cost me all my lives, but I'll get it. Rip and Tear needs to get this flag to tie it back up. Shane has 20 health. He's across. There can be a pickup. Didn't happen, not quick enough. Asriel out to mid with the flag. Asriel's out. He's got cover behind him, and it worked. Devastation with great cover behind Asriel.
Wow.
2-0 in favor of the Boomstick Warriors. Asriel with another touch. They're not stopping Asriel, just walking in and grabbing the flag. Stallion missing a clean shot on Asriel. The movement isn't too complex. Stallion's missing shots, but he grabs him on a respawn.
He's got great discipline too. He doesn't waste shots. He just goes right in for the, grabs it. No, I can frag out. It's great.
Yeah. Chain on his own touch, can't seem to make it out. Gets caught up in fighting. Yeah, Asriel is doing what we often call zombie running. Just run in, grab the flag. It's all about touches, not even frags, unless you're forced to fight.
Yes, if you have the flag, you might need a frag to get out. But before then, don't waste. This is
This is a mess in the entrance to blue base. Shane trying to get out, shoots his teammate. What's going on here? Asriel with the touch.
That was a great return.
It was a great return on the pedestal of denying a 3-0. But now they got to work on their own. Shane with another touch. Can't. Really tough to get out when you're knocked off course like that. Dev killing somebody who's looking out towards mid. This is pretty good cover. Dev securing the base for yet another run. This time J-Warrior capturing it. 3-0. We still have half the round left.
Yeah.
J-Warrior with a touch. Just forcing. There is a strategy in grabbing the flag in its own right, because it forces defenders back away from mid.
Absolutely.
Shane looking to make another run here. Oh, stops for a brief second, and that second can cost you.
Yep.
Watching Shane with 100 health. He's got a clean run out here. Can he make it? Gets caught in that wall. Out into base. Returns it and scores. That's a great run from Shane. Taking a notch away from the Boomstick Warriors.
That's exactly what they needed.
Showing no lead can be truly insurmountable. It only takes about 10 seconds to run from flag to flag in this game. In this map, anyways. There are some maps that take a lot longer to get them from base to base. Chain with another touch, 40 health. Oh, the defender drops down. And that might be... That's a good pickup right there.
Yeah, it is.
That defender dropping down in the sewers, that cost him. Azrael didn't get very far. Chain with another touch. Try and get out. Gets caught in that corner. Caution, sharp corners. Azrael can't get too far away from that flag.
You seem to have an answer for his running now.
Yeah, they've tightened it up. In fact, we can switch over to Stahl and see how his base is looking right now. Misses a shot on Azrael, but gets second. Stahl looks like he's pushing out to mid, which is interesting. But there is a strategy to that too. You get an advanced view on the midfield before they're already in your base. Do a little damage. Hopefully secure it if you're solo D. It's a pretty advanced strategy as far as a defender goes. If you lose hold of mid, you're in a real bad spot.
Yes, you need to win the mid fight. Very important.
2 in. Chain shooting them in the back. Cleared the base.
Nice double kill.
I think they actually got 1 kill each there. A little teamwork from the old Degeneration X clan. We are looking at 3-2 with 3 minutes left on the clock in round 1. Azrael with the flag. Very clean run here. Oh, shot down, but the pickup is inches away from the player who tried to return it. So close. You hate to see it. Chain, 45 health. Seems to not be able to get above 1 mile an hour in the base. He gets tracked down and shot. Running into everything. Shane didn't get very far with that one. Azrael with another touch. Stahl brings him down to 5. Brought down at mid.
First organized Doom game in 10 years. You can get the jitters.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there are some of us who are done this for too long and we're borderline psychopaths, so we don't feel anything anymore, yeah.
Any emotion anymore.
Yeah, there's just zero emotion. Azrael with, but they're guarding that lower part after the drop past the bridge, which is helpful. Oh, body block. Azrael, can he cover? Nope, not clean enough. Those body blocks can cost you precious momentum. Azrael with another touch. I'm curious to see the stat line after this. How many touches has Azrael actually gotten off?
He's impressed me a lot.
He's been the player to watch so far. He's been getting a lot of movement. Who haven't we watched a whole bunch yet? Let's watch Dev at work here. He's been holding down defense pretty well, except for when he got shot a billion times there. But his team has fallen back and secured the flag for him to get back in position, which is very important. Dev holding that close wall, so anyone coming from lower has to swing wide on him.
Let's
take a look at the scoreboard here for a second. The minute left to go. There's a pretty big frag discrepancy. Stallion almost hitting 100 frags. There's 40 frags difference between them, but there is a 2 flag difference, and that's not in their favor. We'll switch back over to Shane, who seems to be the man to watch in the final 30 seconds. Can he get a couple flags out for his team? Tie it up for round 1. At this point, I would imagine that the comms on Rip and Tear are like, okay, how are we going to change this up for round 2?
Yeah, we'll have to see if AVC makes an appearance.
Yep, AVC is waiting in the wings. Might be time to bring him in. Shane with a strong start, though, honestly. 65 frags as a runner.
Yeah, he didn't do too bad. And he practiced most of the week, so I imagine that's why they went with... Let's see if they'll make a change.
Yep, that's round 1. 4-2 in favor of the Boomstick Warriors. Get our little spectator spot set up here at mid. We'll start watching. Azrael back on offense. Now, did they make that change? Yeah, ABC is in. Let's look at our one of the most feared runners a couple seasons ago, making a return.
Yeah, he was running lights out that championship season.
Azrael getting across mid again. Can they stop him? Return and a score. Even with all those red players in the base,
Wow.
they weren't able to protect their flag carrier, making it 1-0 for the Boomstick Warriors already with less than a minute off the clock. ABC trying to get out. Can't seem to make it happen. Chain with another touch, but runs into 800 corners again. Chain, you gotta tighten up that movement. Of course, getting hit with, a double barrel shot kind of pushes you around a little bit.
Yeah, there's lots of things. You might have the cold hand. It's the worst.
Oh, the cold hand. J-Warrior trying to do a touch of his own. Doesn't seem to make it happen. Azrael doesn't get very far this time. Little jumping Doom guy there. Azrael doesn't get far out of the base. ABC with another run, but there's someone at the pillar waiting for him. J-Warrior out to mid, trying to drop it below, but it doesn't catch that fake floor quick enough. ABC not very far. Azrael trying to get out, but body blocked.
Oh, what a pickup!
J-Warrior with the pickup, but he just didn't get very far.
Mid was firmly in control of Rip.
There's a lot of rippers out there at mid. ABC out with authority. Gets the health across and a score, showing that he is just fast.
Yep, showing he's still dominant.
J-War dropping the flag there, but ABC showing that is his style. Once he grabs the flag, it's full SR50 out of the base, as cutting every corner possible. ABC with another run, but there's 2 people at mid waiting for him. They seem to have wisened up. Like, if you can't catch him, you might as well try to cut him off with another couple players.
3 minutes ticked away here. Still 1-1.
And that's another good thing to bring up. SR50 is I wouldn't say it's a glitch, but I would also say it's a glitch. If you hold the strafe key, you hold the strafe key and also the turn keys, you move a fraction faster. And it's become a very common running tactic as the game has progressed over the past couple years. Past couple decades, really. J-Warrior with the flag, 5 health, scores it. Skin of his teeth.
Yeah, he took a big hit, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to drop it at mid, but there was nobody in range.
Overall, I'm impressed by the Boomstick Warriors run.
Yeah, they've been really managed to string it together with that mid coverage as well. ABC trying to make it happen, but just can't seem to make it out of the base without taking a ton of shots. Frag discrepancy is not very far. Very even frags on blue, and with red, Stall is just turret farming it. J-War in the base. Is there a pickup? Nope, too many of Rip and Tear in the blue base.
They ran into his
Now they're trying to get out. Chain trying to drop it below, but again, they ran into the same problem J-Warrior did. Can't seem to find that fake floor to drop it below. And yeah, soft carry that GoldenEye running bug, same principle. It's just abusing movement physics a little bit. SR50 is kind of a point of contention in terms of if you should be able to bind it through aliases or you should have to press every key required. ABC trying to get underneath, not quick enough.
He ain't going for a run.
We haven't seen a whole lot of sewer play this time.
We've seen a lot of players try to drop it, but that's about it. No one using it as their main running.
We're here in team chat in spectator light up. It's making me reconsider leaving messages on, but you know, it can be kind of entertaining sometimes.
Ty is a man of the people. I'll just
Ty is a man of the people. Azrael looking to get another flag out. I mean, the pressure is absolutely on Rip and Tear. They have to tie it up at the very minimum because they're on the point of elimination now. Rounds are in a best-of-3 format, so with Boomstick Warriors having won round 1, it's up to Rip and Tear to make something happen in round 2. J Warrior juking the defender and getting out with 25 health, but it's not enough for a long-range shotgun blast. Reset happens. ABC trying to get out of the base, but there's 2 people staring him down. ABC showing how he can get out of defender's way constantly. Look at this run. He jukes tons of shots and he's able to get that shot, get that flag out of there. They couldn't figure out where to aim to drop ABC. Excellent run from a runner who has been time and again the foil of many defenders.
Yep. If the scoreline stays, then the Boomstick Warriors will secure it. At least a tie.
And yeah, that is the stone cold glass breaking sound. It's a custom sound we have in this compilation pack that replaces the join sound. Yes. Here we are WWE aficionados.
Yes, men love drama too.
Men love drama and Doom, which happens to be the same thing sometimes. ABC with a pickup that they hadn't fully returned, but there is a strategy in a defender leaving a flag in a very inaccessible spot, forcing the defender to go forcing a runner to go a very particular way to grab it. It can help in defense. Game's tied up. We're approaching the 2-minute mark. Azrael with a run, getting out of the base. Just not enough distance between him and the defender to tank those shots.
This is where ABC makes his bacon. This last 2 minutes, it's gonna...
This could be it, right?
Yep.
Watching ABC now. On the heels of that run that tied it all up, juking shot after shot. Chain now with a run. Looking like it's going to be 3-2 in the favor of Rip and Tear. Now the pressure's on. Are we going to see a round 3? The odds are yes, because even if this game is tied, we are going to see a round 3. And at that point, we'll see one team playing for a tie. A delayed touch from ABC. Wasn't able to grab it on the first go. 10 health left. That upper is breached, and they were looking for that runner coming in from lower. Dev trying to bring her flag back to his base. It looks like everybody's all low now. Devastation coming off defense.
Yeah, they're coming in way too staggered for this to be effective. Need to wait for each other.
ABC looking to get out, but just brought down. ABC waiting until a defender spawns in front of him. Great strategy, but he didn't get that shot off. Azrael trying to get out. Can't make it happen. Everyone, all players are everywhere. It's absolute chaos in a Doom CTF match when one team is behind. The benches are cleared. If they get that return, that's a score for ABC. Not enough. They find him in the corner. Dev might have... Nope, he dropped and the time ran out. That brings the round total 1-1. They're tied up. Round 3 will be the deciding factor. Rip and Tear also putting up a higher frag count. Stallion just barely missing that 100.
I wanted to see it. They want to jinx
like a default spectator camera start. That'd be cool. Devastation back on defense, it looks like. Controlling that lower. J-Warrior on offense, grabbing a touch on red. Doesn't seem to make it out for very long with that low health. Getting another touch. Where is red? Points chasing him. Doesn't time the shot around the corner well. Gets the frag. But they were waiting for him right below those bridges. Azrael trying to get out. Grabs the Stimpack 15. Are we seeing a pickup? Oh. We are seeing a return. Great return there. Chain looks like he's playing a more supporting role. Letting ABC kind of do his thing. Supporting Stallion when he gets caught out of position. Kind of how I expected Rip and Tear to actually open up their seasons playing. Seem to be finding their footing as the rounds progress. Azrael can't get very far. Chain making a look a run of his own. Is a mutual standoff with the flags. J-Warrior trying to make it over. Can't make the jump happen in time. Looking to drop it below. I think it does. ABC trying to get out in all the chaos and confusion.
Oh.
And that is a pickup capture. I believe they picked it up from lower. And who scored that? Did you see?
I believe that was Azrael.
Azrael proving his worth as a runner in his WDL debut.
Very impressive.
Guess all those days of playing CTF on Xenaero and have starting to pay off in another arena.
Yep, aim is aim, as we see here.
ABC coming face to face, kissing that pillar, and having to go underneath for trying to get to the flag, but just can't make it. Stallion playing a kind of a mid-control, able to retreat back into the base in case someone comes top, proving to be pretty effective.
Ooh. Never mind. Thought I was on the flag there.
Oh. Did he graze the flag and not actually pick it up?
No, he was running into the wrong base. I was looking off screen.
Oh. Chain running into another corner. Oh, misses the shot, but there's a pickup. There's multiple people in the base. They return it, and the pickup capture is real. Rip and Tear coming together. Clearing the base, returning the flag with a pickup to tie it up 1-1.
They should buy some breathing room, too.
Whew. Chain looking... Oh, nice wall run there. That's something we've seen from a couple different players. That wall run on the outer wall of the top mid corridor. Always nice to see people use little Doom engine tricks to try to get out, but Chain brought down mid-air, skeet shot, flag returned, all those terms. Azrael can't seem to get past mid. They're wisening up to how he runs. He might have to switch up his route. ABC trying to blaze out of the base, but just brought down. Chain, 10 health. He's trying to jump out of the nukish damage. Waiting for the flag to be returned. This might be a mutual return.
Oh, ABC's gone. He's loose.
But in all that chaos, where all of blue came back into the base, ABC picked up the flag and brought it back. And we have a return from blue.
It's a crazy ball.
Yeah, how hectic this map can become. at times like this where I wonder if the gap in Chain Dude and Stallion from Rip and Tear, like, has that gap in them playing organized CTF, has that hurt them at all?
You know, from what I've seen in practice, not really.
Stallion shots are still pretty strong, just bringing down this defender in mid. And he has consistently put the most frags on the board. So, in the case of Italian Stallion, the answer is no. J-Warrior going out lower this time. Looking, he's trapped.
Trying to drop it.
He's trapped, and they're trying to shoot him off to the side so that he can't drop it.
Oh, what a
Azrael
run!
picks it, and it's 2-1. Great communication from J-Warrior and Azrael for that pickup capture that we talked about right before the game. It's been used repeatedly. J-Warrior dropping it at the mouth of the bars to the sewers. ABC can't seem to work his magic right now. There's 4 minutes left, and they're only 1 flag under.
What point do you feel the pressure is Rip and Tear here as 6 minutes tick off?
I think if it reaches 3 minutes, and they haven't had any movement, I think that's when they're going to start to feel it. Because even though there's a short amount of time for runners to make it from point A to point B, you still have to make that run, and it costs you time. Azrael, 35, brought down to 0. Pressure's absolutely on Rip and Tear to get a flag out past the defenders. Who I believe is Dev. The captain and champion dueler proving his worth as a defender.
It's doing what it needs. What needs to be done to win so far.
Showing the defenders of each side a little love here after watching the runners for so long. Showing that keeping the eyes on both entrances can help a great deal, but it also leaves you kind of exposed. There are lots of little nuances that go into defending a base. Just as many as there go into running.
Yep. Sometimes it's not even the best thing to make the frag immediately.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things that apply per situation and change it with every half second.
It's a flowchart from hell.
It's the equivalent of living your life a quarter mile at a time. Dev doing some good work clearing out with the help of his teammates. Chain in the lower of the Boomstick Warrior base, hoping to apply some pressure, draw Dev out for ABC to make that run. Now I see Stallion on the screen making runs. I think they're feeling the pressure with 1 minute 45 left to go. They know they have to get this flag out. If they can coordinate a good run, ABC will definitely be able to get a flag out for their team. J-Warrior, as they're still making those runs, just to make sure that they can't all leave permanently.
Yeah, when's the goalie gonna get pulled here?
Well, they have nothing left to lose at this point. It's either lose or try to tie it up. J-Warrior out of the base. And that might be the final nail in the coffin. With 1 minute.
That's gonna be really hard.
We're coming up on 1 minute left to go, and we've seen the rate of flags come out in a slugfest map like this. It's not very fast. Barring one game this week, where we saw a blistering rate of flags get bled by one team. But that is the exception to the rule. Azrael with another flag run. Can he make it out?
One frag need.
It's a standoff in the flag rim. Mutual return. 45 left on the clock. ABC out with 60. If they can return this flag, they're looking a lot better. They return, but there's another capture. There's another pickup, and they're gone. ABC in the back cross corner.
30 seconds.
Holding. They know. Boomstick Warriors know all they have to do is hold it. Azrael. Oh, looking to drop the flag in case he gets dropped. And that's it, honestly.
Oh,
there is not enough time for Rip and Tear to actually tie it back up for a tie game. Meaning that Rip and Tear is going to be unfortunately losing in a 3-rounder. But that is it.
They fortunately get 1 match point for taking it to 3 rounds. That's the bright side.
Yes. Oh, scoring in the World Doom League happens like this. If you win in 2 rounds, you get 4 points. If you win in 3 rounds, you get 3. A tie is 2 points for each side, and if you lose in 3 rounds, you get 1 point. So we have, let's see, which key does this? There you go. Boomstick Warriors win over Rip and Tear for the final game of for the final game of week 1. I don't remember our predictions at all. Do you remember what they were?
I said it was a tie. You said Rip and Tear was going to take it in 3. So go through.
Oh boy. So basically what you're saying is we were both completely wrong.
If we tell you who to bet at any point in time, just walk away.
Yeah. We play a game that's 25 years old. We are not the best source of betting information. So we have the stats that are being uploaded now, and I actually kind of want to go through them, see how that game shaped up. I'm really curious how many touches Azrael got through that. What's your thoughts on the MVP before we look at stats?
I mean, before we look at stats, it's got to be Azrael. I mean, that guy, like I said, he was, and it looks like the stats are up. But, I mean, he played lights out. Absolutely. Dev played well, and J Warrior played good mid. But, I mean, if Azrael doesn't make the plays he makes, they don't win.
Yeah, I popped the stats in the chat as well for everyone watching. If you want to take a look at how we run the demos through script, and we compile statistics of all those rounds. So we're able to get kind of an accurate look of how the game's shaped up round by round and overall. Let's see, Azrael with 4 captures, 2 pickup captures, and 2 assists with 91 touches. My God.
Yeah, that's an insane number. That is
ridiculous. If ABC had played round 1, we probably would see his 46 touches come closer to that mark, but for Azrael to run on players of Stallion and Chain's caliber, who have been known repeatedly for being very frag heavy, and get as many touches as he did, and also get the flag out as many times as he did, it's a pretty big deal. J Warrior also putting up, can't see it so much in the stats, but he was very instrumental in a couple captures, dropping it down into sewers for Azrael to pick it back up. And let's see, anything else really noteworthy here? Stallion with 280 frags total. His kill death ratio is 266%. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, round 2 stalls KD was 288%. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Stallion showing that he's still got that shot. I still don't know what efficiency percentage actually means. You know?
It is an arbitrary stat. I put it in the WDL chat. And join us at our WDL Discord at WDL.org. I mean, sorry, ToonLeague.org.
ToonLeague.org, yeah. So it would just be the parent site of that stat link I put in there. But yeah, we try to run this in a way that people could look at our games and be like, wow, these nerds have really compiled a whole bunch of information for us to look at. And it's proven pretty useful, especially for captains who are drafting their teams going forward. They'll look at stats, they'll look at like previous game records. It's pretty cool for a game that's old.
Everybody loves stats.
Everybody loves numbers. There's nothing people love more than just putting numbers on the top of the board.
That they were responsible for.
Absolutely. The final touch comparison, however, is 116 for Rip and Tear compared to 127 for Boomstick Warriors. So overall, it was more about the quality of touches than the actual amount. And the curse continued for week 1. Red
It did.
Team has not won a single game this week.
They've won a round. Before this game, they didn't even win a single round. So I'm glad we broke that.
That's true. On those web pages, you can click the schedule at the top of the page, and you'll see what we're talking about. Every blue team has won week 1, and I'm not sure when the last time something like that has happened. It's a little spooky. But that will do it for week 1. Week 2, we move on to an entirely new map, a map that is a lot more wide open in the middle. That features an item, the Soul Sphere, that you can time it. It's a lot like if anyone here has played Quake, it's a lot like the Mega Health gives you an extra additional 100 health, which can be invaluable to runners. And so that alone will change up the tactics that teams will use. But we'll definitely be seeing you for a couple of those games. We wanted to broadcast every week 1 game to kick off the new season after a short hiatus, and we'll be picking a couple choice games in week 2 to broadcast. And as those games get scheduled, we'll see you back here.
Yep, Doom's back, baby.
Doom is back. But hey, thanks guys for showing up and watching us rant about Doom players. Doom guys running at the speed of light, getting caught in corners, and making ridiculous flag runs. But this has only been the start. We got 4 more weeks of the regular season. So we'll definitely be seeing that more. Thanks to everyone who showed up in the chat: Soft Carry, Bajornan, Demo, Vicious, so many people. Andy Pax, rolling at the speed of light, trying to catch up. Cravey, Jim Bob, you guys are awesome. If you enjoyed this, we'll be doing this more as time goes on. It's been a fun little experiment for the first week. I'm looking forward to bringing on some more co-casters. Thank you, KBlair.
Yes, thanks for having me.
The little color commentary is awesome. And we'll finish this off by playing you out with the WDL theme song composed by Ralphus. See you all next week.